That's you. Wait, did that work? Yeah. No. Wait, did it? Oh yeah, it did. Oh no, wait. Oopsie. There we go. I think now. That's it. Bam, son. Got it going. Oh. Oh no, yeah. What the fuck is this? What's good with everybody? Oh, Hormiga up in the building. What's good with you, my boy? Yo, I need your help with a question, my boy. Shoot it, Paco. What's good, bro? What's good, David? Chilling. You checked out that Smiley Loke, that reaction? They have talent, homie. That's the first time. I'm surprised no one has mentioned neither of those vatos before. That's my first time hearing both of them. Que de nuevo? Ah, you know, same old, my boy. Puro EW. Oh, of course, my boy. Out of all of them, though, if you had to pick between WWE, ECW, WCW, AEW, and all the wrestling, which one would you pick, though? Would it be AEW? I got caught with a gun by a school. By school, what should I do? Oh my god. Damn, homie. Oh, that's a tough one, homie. You got caught with a gun by a school. What should I do? I don't know, homie. That's you know, they see that as, it's like you can't really weasel your way out of that one. You know what I'm saying? Only due to the fact that it's near a school, they could say a bunch of things, homie, and you know, dep- wait, what was it? An elementary? It's worse when it's an elementary. They make it a big deal in general, but even anything that you do around a school, whether it's drug sale, fights, anything like that, they're gonna make it a big ass deal, and they're gonna bring that into the factor. Even those schools, let's just say that even if they were on vacation, bro, um, you know, they try to paint the worst possible picture as possible. uh, yeah, not bad. It wasn't my style though. Yeah, I feel you. I just think that because it's the new generation, like it's the new like talents, I guess, like the new fresh blood. And I'm not all that well with fresh blood, like with like new like artists. But that was actually, because whenever somebody tells me to react to a new like rapper, up and coming, like the new one, like this generation, whatever, I'm always like, because it's always 9 times out of 10, it's never. Dingo, what up, everybody? That's right. WWF, all right. Yeah, I have to agree. WWF, no, ECW. You didn't like ECW? Damn, ECW was good too. It's about to kill my last beer. My wife tripping. Don't let me go for more. Don't you hate when that happens, my boy? That's why you have to. Next time you go, you just gotta get the paquete grande, way. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get like the big pack and just say that no habían de las chiquitas. You had to get the 30 pack because there was no more 12 packs. There was a sweet special that you couldn't resist. It's better to grab more than less. Hey, but at least your hyena cares for you know. If she didn't care for, she would just let you drink like nonstop. You kind of need the hyenas to balance us out because us men we don't know when to give up. You're going to get expelled. That's it. No, he said bio school. I don't think he was. I don't think he was a student. Bio school, not at school. At school it would be worse. What's cracking? Oh, Jesus up in the building. Do I have to hit your email for a reaction? Nah, you could put it on the thing. Normally we go based on whoever comments first, and I know it's hard to get first comments because there's some people that are just like on it, whatever. But if you send them to my email, yeah, I do reactions on the ones on the email, and that one you don't have to be the first for nothing, whatever. Like we do it like that. That way, because I do get a bunch of emails. That way, whoever sent it to the email didn't just waste their time. You know what I mean? I really like to get everybody's requests. I don't like to leave like people like behind. Like if people ask me a question, whatever, or leave me a comment, whatever, I at least want to reply at least with something back. You know what I mean? Because if they took the time um, to put that, then I could take the time to reply back. I only see it right. But sometimes I get so many that it's just hard or whatever. But I try, as much as possible. Um, but I do recognize the ones that are like always on my channel, whatever. You know what I mean? That oh hey, that's the homie. Only because they're commenting. You know what I mean? That it's just like, well, you gotta show the ones that show love. You gotta show them love too. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't get out of this one, of course. Yeah, that's a tough one because of the school thing. That's the reason why, like, you know what I mean? Está cabrón, It is what it is, my boy. Just right out the storm. Plus, if you just got caught with it, I mean, the most you're gonna do is like about 3 years, my boy.
What happened?
That's not that bad.
What happened?
Hey, better than doing like 18. No, it's because he said that he got caught with a strap by a school.
High school?
Well, I don't know what kind of school. I know if it's in elementary, it's worse. They make it worse. So it's like 3 years with a car with a firearm. Then because you were close to a school, that might be like another. That might be 6. But then with the good behavior, you might be at like in 3. So we just go back to it again. Hey, what are you doing? Crazy ass. AEW.
You know what's the other one?
Oh, go live when I'm trying to finish my homework. Hey, your homework is more important than my life, bro. I'll tell you that much. Nothing is more important than homework. Not even, you know, you know what I'm talking about. Than taking a shit.
Oh, God. Bless you.
Bless you. Are you getting sick?
She is sick.
Oh no, she got vaccinated. No, I was about to say. Hello to all my gente down south. Ciao! And shout out to all my gente up north. Woo! Stop throwing up in the building. ECW was cool, but at the time I was interested in the NWO. Oh yeah, the NWO. Everybody was in the NWO, fool. Everybody was up in that. Them fools were tagging on belts and everything like that. They would jump somebody, fool, and then tag on his back. Damn, them fools are scamming this, huh? The NWO was no joke, homie. I even think I seen it hit up by like where I grew up. Fools were tagging that shit on the streets. It's crazy. The fools were not playing. Now ECW was cool. I used to like the Raw Van Dam and Sabu matches. Sabu was a madman, homie. That barbed wire matches with Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. Man, that's really crazy. Do you think the world is coming to an end? Are you cool either way? I do not believe the world is coming to an end. I also do not believe it's nowhere near coming to an end. I have seen people mention that. I don't know why they would think that. I mean, the world is not more chaotic now than what it was. Like, we've been through like similar things throughout history. This is just our first time experiencing this, like our generation, like something of this magnitude. But stuff like this has existed throughout history. The plague, when the smallpox first came out, and all kinds of crap. So this is nothing new to us, but not new to like humanity.
What?
Yeah, it's just a little.
I miss the early 2000s WWE.
It's on paper.
Yeah, that was the good stuff. That's when it was at its prime
Oh my God.
with Degeneration X and all of that. And if we were created before, they would even try new matches. Remember that lion dungeon match with Ken Shamrock where they went to that fool's house and it was it was kind of like a MMA type of sort of ring, and they had a match. I think it was Ken Shamrock versus Steve Blackman. Fools had a match in the Lion's Den. It was called the Lion's Den match. So the fools used to try like new.
Hurry up, Damien.
They used to try new things. Did you watch Tony A's interview Gold Tools? I seen some of it. I haven't finished watching the rest of it. So I finally found out like who he was. He's a producer guy for Up North and stuff like that. But I haven't finished watching the whole entire thing. That was my first time because like I didn't know who he was. Until that react to Rio Maniac, they don't make them like me no more. Se llama la rola? They don't make them like me no more. If at the end of the world, then it's the end of the world. We can't stop the end of the world. That is very true. That is how I see it. Like if the world's coming to an end, then I mean, like well, there's nothing we can do. I mean, it's eventually gonna come to an end, but that's like not in our lifetime. And like, ooh, because everything must come to an end.
Probably your kids' generation.
Yeah. and it's a trip because if everything comes to an end, because we have seen that other galaxies have, when their mass gets too big and then they crumble into themselves. That's how black holes are created. So like if a galaxies come to an end like that, and then we see that new galaxies are born. So does that mean if our galaxy ends or whatever, this planet ends and then it's born again, does that mean that it goes through the same process like the Earth, starts all over again, dinosaurs and all that, and then human beings, and so like, isn't it a trip to think that we're stuck in this cycle? You know what I mean? Like it just like restarts and then it goes through the same events all over again. Because that from our studies it have shown that that's pretty much what happens. So that's crazy, huh? Seeing it like that? No, it's like it like everything comes to an end and then it restarts again. Like
a calendar.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And then it's Christmas all over again.
Yeah. But without our lives, like, or maybe we're reborn again too. It's just a thought. Raza hasta la muerte G. That's right. Grand City's finest up in the building. Westside Playboy 13. I like your channel. Stay up. That's right, carnal. Hey, Ken said he was picking up his children. It's not safe around school, so you literally have a gun for protection. Well, they're not gonna buy that. We can say it. They're not gonna buy it though. They're gonna take it as an insult, like terribly. What did they have? Did you have it on your waistline? On your waistline?
Yes.
You should never have it on you. Have it near you, not on you.
And we can come back alive.
Go brush your teeth.
We should just take a rocket when the world ends.
El mote up in the casa.
Wait till a new one comes in.
You think if a lawyer would help me or not? I guess. If you pay, if you get a lawyer, you have to get a lawyer. You yourself have to pay for a lawyer and get a good one. And they'll fight for you. You know what I mean? But it's gonna cost you a shitload of money. But they'll fight for you.
Come on.
But if you're just gonna stick to the one that they give you, yeah, you're screwed because that person. I mean, he gets paid shit for. So like, why should he fight for you? You know what I mean? Like, them fools. You know what I mean? Them fools are just there to like kill time, homie. Pretty much. I should know. Them fools are not. They're not there to help you.
Nobody probably wanted to help you.
It was that makes you damn 3 years. You make you. It's all bad, my boy. First week. Oh, it's not that bad, my boy. It's only 3 years, homie, and it's not as bad as people make it seem in there. You know what I mean? As long as you keep your mouth shut and just program, you're fine, homie. It's like, I know people over exaggerate. You hear how the stories it does not crack like that. These fools make it seem like every day there's some shit going on. You know what I mean? Them fools have the world. They're the Dos X men, fool. They're the most interesting men on the planet. Para ellos, every day, I don't know, some grand adventure and shit. Like, what the hell? What were you busted at, my boy? Fools over here shutting down yardas on a daily. Like, my boy,
Did you hear about that thing?
Decapitated you already. Fucking up the program.
Where a drone got caught sending drugs on the yard and whatever.
Somebody trying to do it with a drone? Oh, te digo. Oh, no.
It was heroin, meth, and something else, I think.
And their brains. Because clearly they weren't thinking that through.
And then that person got caught.
Shout out to you and your family. Hey, gracias. Igualmente, hormiga. Shout out to Richmond out there. I love shopping at Walmart. I just got back. That's right. Walmart's the shit, my boy. They got everything right there for cheap. My Anna loves Walmart. Me too. I ain't gonna lie. When I'm there, I'm literally grabbing everything. Hey, happy Independence Day. That's right. See, someone who actually knows what real Mexican Independence Day is. See, the sad part is that not that many people will know what we were talking about. We were talking about this at work. That was funny. Shout out from Richmond, California. Via Atlanta. That's right, up in the building. Sabu was a real one. Hell yeah. He was one of my favorites. Him and RVD are one of my favorite wrestlers. Bam Bam Bigelow too. And Bader too. I like their matches, man. They had some sick ass matches. Did you watch the one with?
No, I'll turn it off right now.
With that fool and Ric Flair? That fool bombed on Ric Flair. That fool even knocked that fool's teeth out. That was a good one. Says esos güeyes sí se mataban. Cinco de Mayo, no mames. I know. Ain't no independent. I know. It's funny. Serio. People do honestly think that. They honestly believe that that's what it is.
What?
The Independence Day, the Cinco de Mayo. What is that? I actually did a live on Cinco de Mayo talking about this. Still on here, you know, where I'm talking about exactly this. Because people were like barely finding out on that live that what is not independence? Like no, man. The lion then was Shamrock. Oh, okay, yeah, they had three of those, no? The Lions Den one, they had three of those. They defeated the French. Yeah, and that the Mexicans were not like we didn't have like the best equipment for war or whatever. Them fools were, you know, them fools outgunned us, but you know the Raza's corazón never gives up, my boy. First, I saw Eddie Guerrero wrestling when I was Triple A. Oh yeah, I like those Octagon, Máscara Sangrada, La Parca, Super Porky, Octagon was my favorite. Yeah, okay. Eddie Guerrero and WCW had the best matches out of good night, babe. Had the best matches of you know, of all time.
No, it's not.
The ones with him and Juventud Guerrero, Chris Benoit. The ones with him and Chris Benoit were always good. Di Malenko too. He had some good ones with Di Malenko. By the time the world ends, we probably would have. Say we're gonna come back as a cow.
Oh gosh.
Hey, if we do, please let me live in India. If I'm gonna be a cow, homie, I want to live in India. Cause there at least I'll be treated like a god. And right here, I'm like McDonald's. Okay. Right here, I'll be McDonald's. In India, I'll at least be safe. I'll be, you know, be chilling. So if I'm gonna be a cow, homie, I want to live in India. If we can.
I'll milk you.
You heard my wife? She said she was gonna milk me. Moo. Hey, that'd be weird, huh? I really thought about that. Hey, no matter better be trying to fucking get milk out of me. Yeah, I'll give that fool patada. Drop kick that fool. Only you'll be able to milk me, but
okay.
You just put your mouth right there. You don't just bucket. My udder.
So dumb.
My udder. Here's my udder. The mingle. You think so? Why you? Is it your always? Wait. Hey, what do you? Is Mexican clan in your hood? Like MKN? You mean the neighborhood? Mexican clan?
What was that?
Or which one? The one in South Central, no? And West LA?
What are you guys doing?
What's cracking, G? What's love? What are you guys doing? There you go, public pretender. You're not kidding. Is it bad to have a kid when young? It's difficult. I'm not gonna say that it's bad or whatever because you know it tends to happen. It's difficult. It's a difficult challenge because you know. Like how young are you asking? Because like it's difficult when you're young yourself, so you're barely growing up, and then you know you're trying to teach somebody to grow up when you yourself are not grown yet.
I just think it depends who.
I don't think it's bad. I just think
support you have.
It's difficult. It's a difficult task.
If you have a family that doesn't support, then yeah,
you're gonna have
a family that supports, like I did.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't easy.
Do you see? That's what I mean, though. It's like it's a lot.
But is it bad? No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just difficult. You know, the older you are, it's the better because you're more wiser. You know what I mean? You're able to like, teach better because you don't have as many bad habits. I'm not gonna say you don't have any bad habits because everybody has them, but as many, or as frequently. You know what I mean? What's good, my boy? You ever been out here? To Santa Maria? Yeah, I actually have. Santa Maria doesn't stay that far.
Where's that?
In the 805. 805, city all day.
How is it that you go everywhere and I don't?
Because your dad didn't let you out, man. You can do, me, they never kept track of me. I was always out and about. I wouldn't go home. When I was younger, I wouldn't even go home for like a week, my boy. And then when I would show up to my house, my wife would be like, "Where have you been at?" Out in the streets, and she was like, "Oh, all right." And that's it. No school. I wasn't going to school. Nothing. Ya, mi madre. I'm como pendejo ahí. And now, regretting all that shit. Pero allá, según back in my times, era bien cool, bien según, bien chingón. Y ahora, valiendo verga. Pero bueno, no use crying over spilled milk, I always say, haha. Sometimes I think everything changed or ended in 2012 because now I notice things very different. For example, I remember McDonald's cup and little. Well, things have to change with time to appeal to the new generation. You know what I mean? You have to kind of spice things up. Sometimes you gotta change things. That goes with anything. Like what it is that people we're creatures of habit, right? So we kind of like tend to like create ourselves like our own little bubble, right? Like we always do this, we always do that, we always eat this kind of cereal, we always order this when we go to this restaurant. Like we tend to kind of just stick to our routine, and then when it starts changing, we don't like it, right? So because we're so used to our things that we're just that's why people are bummed out when their favorite restaurant or their favorite store is closing. Like no, they wish it could just stay open. Like, hey, this other store might be better, and people just like don't even accept it. But then when the store does close, and then they end up moving on to the next store, they end up falling in love with it. But it's just that they just didn't want that, just because they're so used to the routine. But we just don't like when that's being disrupted. Because I remember when people were saying that, oh, like how dumb it is to like when the kids were doing the dabs or whatever. But we could say the same in our age when they were doing the suck and the degeneration X sign or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like if they would be seeing us doing that, they would be like, what the hell are they doing? You know what I mean? With every generation, you just have that. Lingos, handshakes, or different things that people do. It always happens. You know what I mean? That's because the younger people don't want to be doing what the older people are doing, so they end up doing something completely different. And then now the older people start doing what they're doing, so then they find something else, and it's like that. It's like tit for tat. You get what I mean? I guarantee you, if like wherever young kids hang out, if older people now started hanging out in those places, they would find a different place to hang out in. And or dress. Like if people like that shit, but then older people now started wearing it, then the younger kids are gonna find something else. And that's just how it's gonna be. That's why all these words always get invented, and phrases, and all that. It's kind of like if we were to live like back then, and people were like, "Give me some skin," and we'd be like, "The fuck are you talking about?" But it's always like that. Last 2 weeks, were caught with guns at school. One was in middle school, one was in high school. They're idiots. But hey, it is what it is. ¿Que no se pueden tirar putazos?
Was it the white ones?
No.
I got caught.
No, they shoot at schools. Walmart is treacherous. Hell yeah, they be hitting you with all these cheap price phone over. They hook you, my boy. They hook you. I was a wrestling fanatic. I feel you. So was I. I think everybody was at that time. That's when it was cracking, though. I really appreciate your help, my boy. Yes, it's bad. I had it in my waistband. Was it loaded? Did you have one in the chamber? I hope you didn't have one in the chamber. Did you have one in the chamber? Because if you did, damn, my boy, you're screwed. I was just walking it. I was like, okay, yeah, I know. They tend to do that. Yeah, are you in the gang file? If you're in the gang file, then I mean, it's legitly why they told you to do that. If you're not, then you could fight that. You know what I mean? But if you are already on it, then well, no, they could pretty much do whatever they want with you. When we get pulled over, man, they made me get out the car. They be ripping my shit, and babe, don't they make Fool, I get pulled over and they bring the all kinds of units and everything. Like, damn, serio? And they literally had me there and just it's like a big scandal. And I'll be with my family, you know, my
Hey, but we
wife,
haven't
my
been pulled over in a good while.
but when we do, fucking fiasco that they make it. And then that I'm with my family, bro. My kids y todo el pedo y les vale verga esos güeyes.
Like, excuse me, sir, you're gonna pay for that seat, you know.
Oh, I know. One time they rip my seat and I go, hey man, you ripped it. That fool told me, well, fix it. That's what he said. Con su puta madre. I was pissed, fucking bastard. But it is what it is, homie. You know, we chose this. You know what I mean? We chose this. So you know, para que estar ahí llorando. What's up, Sombra? Yeah, boy, D boy up in the building out there, but no win. Whoa, whoa. Oh, why you? Oh yeah, hey, homie does know his wrestlers. The only thing with them is that like their their finishes and their overall acting is not all that great. You know what I mean? But their high flying maneuvers and everything like that is phenomenal, homie. Especially when they used to do like the head scissors and all that. Them fools used to do it legit. Them fools would do vueltas around them like a freaking like a
Bless
hula
you.
hoop. Bless you.
Thank you.
My boss looks like so. Boy just said his boss looks like super porky. Super porky man. That was an ugly ass food then, huh? That was straight up be looking and smelling like carnitas. Damn. I saw Jericho wrestling the first time when I was wrestling. He was wrestling for oh yeah. Did you see him when he fought in Japan? Those were some good matches he had over there también. That's when he was more like a cruiserweight when he was in Japan. You should check out those matches. Se avienta el güey. Was a mean ass villain. Whoever discovered milk.
What's your social
What?
security?
What
Would you
the
still
hell
be a
was
citizen?
he?
Yeah.
I never bothered to think about that.
Hey, over there.
That is
I'm
true,
also
huh?
here.
Like, why would he decide to milk a cow, huh? Like, what got into him? Damn. Homie just blew my mind. The guy that invented milk was a sickle. He had issues. Why would he think of doing that to a cow? And why would he drink it?
Well, why do you think?
No, wait.
What I do too.
I love it. Moo. I'm gonna do the next thing.
You're
Let's just kill the mood.
I'm like, oh no.
Moo.
Get out of my room. Leave me alone.
Moo. What do you do if I mood? What we're having sex? I just went mood.
But I think get out. Let me finish alone. No, I'm just thinking.
If I just did one like moo. What I'm on top of like moo.
I don't know. Who knows?
Or when I'm like about to nut, I go moo 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 moo.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. Sorry,
you need
sorry.
to go to sleep.
Sorry. Slight distraction. Slight distraction.
A slight?
See what you're doing? Man, you're gonna get us banned from YouTube, man. Okay. Don't mind me. Well, it's the time, when it's a full moon, people go crazy.
It's not even a full moon.
I haven't pulled my pants down yet.
Oh my god.
When I was free, I was always getting into something, and like older, I noticed how much more calmer I was, but still triggered. It's because when we're younger, because of all the testosterone level in our body, and we're not able to control our emotions because all of this stuff is new and more and well, worst of all, when there's no guidance, or people there to like understand and for us to like go to for them to like understand, like what we're going through, because we're not able to comprehend, why we're feeling the way we're feeling because this is all new to us, and everyone goes through that. That's why all teenagers are over dramatic and are just a handful, because they're experiencing all these new feelings that they're just not used to, or whatever. You know what I mean? And with males, more because of the testosterone, not just the emotion, but testosterone. So we become more aggressive. So and more if we're coming out of a bad predicament, because then now we're just taking out our frustration on the society. But as we get older, we're able to deal with these emotions a lot more better. So that's why we're more calmer.
Is this Soto from the 818 guy? Is he new?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm assuming he doesn't know that you read every comment one by one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, I read every comment one by one because if people take the time to read write the comment, I take the time to read it.
Because it sounds like he's like a little fucking hater, but I don't know. It could just be me.
My wife is not like me. I am easy my name. My wife's a little bit short tempered.
No, I'm not.
Mom,
What, baby?
I found the charger.
Any advice or stories when you were
Under my
flat broke
blanket.
and overcame?
Here, I'll charge it over here.
Well, see, the thing is with me is that money's
Okay.
never important to me. Like, I don't see money as like a priority and everything like that. I think that there's things in this world that are way more important than money. I think nowadays, so many people are just so focused on money that's the reason why we have as many problems as we do. You know what I mean? Or why people see things the way that they do because all they're seeing is just like what could we do it to get more money, to spend less money, to whatever, like that's the reason why they see all these self-checkout registers, but then they're running the job for cashiers and so on, they're just looking for a way to like how to save money, even though people now you're killing jobs and stuff like that, but they don't look at it from that angle. All they care about is or when companies close down business because their businesses are losing money, but they're not losing money. They could afford. They're just not making as much money as their other locations. So that's why they see it like, oh, there we go. Sorry, Obama internet. But yeah, that's the reason why when I was flat broke, I did what I always did. That was my hustle. Yeah, it's kind of like we're different. Like where we come from, like we're not used to having much, so we could literally do what we got. You know what I mean? Um, and you know, like I said, money's not everything. So the fact that you're flat broke doesn't mean that the world's ending. You know what I mean? You muscle through it. You keep your head up and you keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? Through all the obstacles. You don't have to see them as obstacles. They're just stepping stones. You know what I mean? Um, and you just you keep on grinding. Live the lifestyle, try to do things the right way, and keep getting bad luck. Yeah, life. Look, you don't look at it like you're getting bad luck because even with every bad thing that happens to you, there's a lesson behind it. You know what I mean? Like you could learn something from it. Take it as as a lesson. You know what I mean? Because literally, even the worst of worst scenarios, you could learn something from that. So instead of looking and concentrating on the negative, just focus on the positive. You know what I mean? Instead of seeing it like this, why does this keep happening? Like, okay, at least now I learned to woo, 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 woo. So look at the positive in it, and when you start seeing it from that point of view instead of the negative point of view, because if you just stare at it from the negative, you're gonna feel overwhelmed, like you're gonna feel like you can't get out, like if you're drowning. Instead of when you start looking at the positive, now you start uplifting yourself because it always starts with yourself. You want to encourage yourself, and then you know, I don't know. At least that's what I think. You need to keep yourself positive. Oh yeah, see, Omega said it right there. Oh, 626 up in the room. Boom. What up? What's the bias of the light tonight, sir? Oh, right here, homie. We're just doing what we do. You know what I mean? A little bit of mooing going on and all that. We're over here talking about Walmart and why did that sicko that invented milk or found out that a cow did that, like what was going through his mind, and a whole lot of weird shit. I'll tell you that much. He was like, well, if that baby cow does that and he likes it, then maybe I like it.
Oh my gosh.
It says her. I don't know, Kissa. We should try sucking on the udder. I can picture Fez being all faded doing that. You don't know the cow. No, Fez. Queso. They named him Queso. Wait, that fool's name is Kelso. They gave the white guy the Queso name. That's smart talk for what the fuck you talking about? Oh, someone in your circle isn't really supportive of you going straight. That's where bad luck comes from. If you let it get to you, you know what I mean? You just have to learn to brush all that to the side. Boom. I came from the mud, bro. Dirt, flat, broke, negative. His family is bullshit. I'm trying. Hey, you know what? I came from that scenario. Exactly. My wife could testify to that. I came from my boy. Half of these people right here wouldn't be able to hang with the life that I have, which I came from. It's not fair, you know what I mean? It's not, but that's just the way life is, you know what I mean? We're equipped to handle it, and look, I'm not religious, so it's kind of like, I know others they could give, that kind of advice, and I'm not taking nothing away from them. And the thing is that I can't give that because obviously, well, I don't, believe in that. So, um, we as humanity, as humans, I honestly believe that we're good, and we have the courage in us to overcome any obstacle that comes our way. We just have to find the strength, to go forward. And it always starts with yourself. It always starts with you, looking in the mirror, and you know it's always you, not gonna be nobody else. It has to start with you, even if it's like God or whatever, like kind of like you're talking to yourself. So it's kind of like you're encouraging yourself, but you're just using God as like the metaphor, and like where to put that from, where to put all that or focus it to. So technically it's like if you're telling yourself, you're encouraging yourself, but you can say that it's God or whatever. See, it's kind of like hard to get into it, if I'm trying to like not knock the religious part of it, because it's kind of like it's like I feel like I am doing that when it's like, well, there's no other way to explain it. There wasn't none in the, but it said it was loaded because I'm not on gang. They don't have me. Oh, then you can fight it, my boy. You know what I mean? Nah, I thought okay. I thought like you were like a G or something like that. Oh, nah, not like that. You can fight it. You know what I mean? You get a lawyer and say, give whatever reason why you thought you needed a firearm or whatever. You know what I mean? The fact that you're not in, like, do you have a record? Do you have a record prior to this? Because that's gonna come into factor too. They're gonna look into that. So if you don't have a record, then you're straight, my boy. You know what I mean? But if you have a record, damn, like, are you sure you're in a G? For someone that's not a gang member, that you sure have a long rap sheet. What do you think of the Lucha Brothers? Oh, they cool. They cool. Yeah, alright. Yo, for real. Is the guy even talking to his subscribers? Oh, that's the one you were talking
Yeah.
about. That's why you have. Sorry, I know it's just that I like to read everybody's comment. I don't like to leave no comment unread. Jesus, don't sniff the bolsita. Why you choose that one? Oh man. Jokes is the but real R&B Super Porky. Oh yeah, Super Porky. He was legit, homie. He was legit. So he is, but he reads very good. See, he's playing it right there. Gracias, 606. Gracias. Saving is just getting harder and harder. Crazy. If you're looking at it from all the negative points, like that, like you have to find like you have to surround yourself with positive stuff too. I noticed that like people like even like the people that are into conspiracy theories and everything like that, the reason why they just get sucked in is because all they do is spend their time just reading nothing but negativity and negativity. It's kind of like if before you watch a horror movie, you're cool. You're like whatever, and then somewhere along in the middle of the horror movie, you're more antsy now. You know what I mean? Because you just been stuck concentrating on that for that long that you just become, like if somebody says or something like that, you pop because you just been stuck and just hearing nothing but that, in that zone. So same thing works with information or anything related. Like if all you're doing is watching videos of government corruption and everything and street fights and everything, you're gonna think the world is going to shit. And it's even worse that technology tends to record like the stuff that we look up and watch and everything like that. So everything that it's sending to you is gonna be related to all these negative stuff that you're used to watching. So that's all you're gonna be receiving as like request videos or request sites or request whatever. It's gonna be negative that you're gonna think that the world is going to shit when in reality it's not that bad. You just think that it is because that's all you're seeing. You know what I mean? You're just trapping yourself in that bubble of negativity. Um, because if all you're doing is watching videos like that and like that, all the suggestions you're getting and all the emails or whatever you're gonna get is gonna be somehow related to that. So it's gonna be pure negative, negative, negative. So technology doesn't help, and I don't think people really understand how that works. So they think it's like, man, what the fuck is going on right here? Like, look at all the shit that's going on right now. It's like, bro, they're just sending you all the videos relating to that. It's like, it's not that bad. As many negative videos that there is out there, there's as many positive ones. Where you see people doing like the complete opposite, like showing actually compassion and stuff like that. This word cash cow, no pun. He became a weirdo. I used to watch Jack. Oh, did you ever watch Backyard Wrestling? Fools were crazy with that insane clown posse. I saw the video on milk and it's fucking gross. That's why I don't watch videos like that. That or the way hot dogs are made. It said my love bug knows how my hot dogs made in her. Oh no. But if I get a good lawyer, what do you think they could do? Keep it out of jail. If you have a really, really good lawyer, that's a possibility. That's a very possibility. If you have a really good lawyer, that's a possibility. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you're gonna spend a lot of money because if they're getting paid that moolah, my boy, they're gonna work their asses off. Especially those places that it's like they won't charge you unless they win. Oh, then they'll fight because they're trying to get paid, my boy. But then when you do get charged, I mean, te va a costar un chingo. You're gonna be in debt. So I'm not talking like you're gonna pay a lot of money. But hey, whatever's more important to you, like paying all that off or going to job. Like, see, us is different. Like I always rather do the time than to pay anything. Like what? $20? Shit, fuck that. You better take me in for 3 days. I heard you were. Yeah. Hey, the hat like the Monopoly guy. And what are those things called? Those eyeglasses? Just the one. Pip pip cheerio and such. Real lawyer get probation. Yeah, see, homie knows what's up. Damn, yeah, bro. Right, actually gonna write, and you're gonna. She thinks 6 to 6. Nah, she is. She's dumber than me. She'd be like, hell no, we could take them on, babe. And it's like, what? Like, be quiet, woman. Like, we ain't scared of all 30 of you fools. Like, nice video. That's right, Rasa 13 up in the building. I'm not a hater, just going through a hard time taking it out for something. You know what? But I that's what I love about her. I love that she's like that. I need someone like that, by my side because I'm very I'm a handful. I'm
A very fucking 2 handfuls.
I'm a handful. Like
2 handfuls, not just one.
Woman, we're talking about other stuff here, you crazy ass.
What are you?
Oh
my gosh.
Nah, but I have like a short. Like when I get mad, I get mad. And it's very hard to calm me down. I have an ugly temper, an ugly side of me.
I have no patience.
And I don't let nothing like there's enemy. Like before we used to drive like cars through sidewalks and everything to get to the enemies, man. But then we're not gonna get away. Oh, we were so ruthless, bro. Very disturbed child I was. Now looking back at it, it's like fuck. I felt bad for the enemies sometimes. You're oh, yeah. Hey, homie, yeah, homie's legit. Hormiga right there. That's why I'm glad that he won in the raffle. Even though 6 to 6 was trying to sabotage it, he was sabotaging it. He was like, nah, don't. But at the end, Hormiga won and got his prize. Well deserved. And all because Playboy was slipped it. Playboy, that fool. I hit him up the next day. I hit him up the next day and I told him, hey, fool, you won the jersey? He's like, hell yeah, fool. Hey, send it through. I go, no. But how you had left, my boy, I had a re. He's like, what are you talking about? I go, well, yeah, homie, it's only fair. You know the rules. He's like, damn, man, that's fucked up. He said he was at work and he said he was at work, so he had to get back to work, so that's why he had to learn. I go, well, it's Spanish, homie. But hey, but at least on me got it, you know. What up, M.O.D? What's good, little Loke? XIV right there. In the normal life is the stock market. Sometimes it's ups and sometimes. Yay! That's a perfect. Hey, there you go. That's a perfect way of actually explaining it. It's like the stock market. Yeah. What up, Shadow? Oh, that's right. Chicano Malo up in the building. Whoa. If you had to wrestle, who would it be? Rikishi or Goldust? Damn, you gonna do me like that, my boy? Shit. With Goldust, that fool's gonna try to kiss me or like do some weird shit. But then Rikishi, I'm probably gonna take those nalgas to the cara. Fuck, man. Can I shoot myself? Is suicide on the table? If not, but
That's it for you.
You know what? I'll wrestle Goldust because at least I think I could beat up Goldust. I don't think I'll be able to take on Rikishi though. That fool's too fat, homie. I'm not gonna be able to drop that fool. And then I won't be able to like get him in a suplex or nothing because he's all mantecoso. So he'll just be slipping out of my hands with all the grasa. Dropping that like that's right. No, he pulled the Facebook. Kiss it. 626. You know you're my friend. 626 is my friend anyway.
Stop.
He said he was gonna buy me a pina colada. That's funny. Yeah. You know, it's crazy if we did put as much commitment like to work in any of these places instead of choosing the streets like we did. Yeah, we all could have been like something. That's why the best thing we could do is now guide our kids to be better than the choices we made. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I do take out of like all the mistakes and the choices I picked. That at least now I get to show my kids better. You know what I mean? Compared to those who don't know like about any of those choices that way, they don't really know how to give the advice to their kids or guide them to a better because they never made. That's why you have to learn to fall down. That way you learn how to stand back up. Can't teach people to stand up if you never fell. If Andre the Giant was alive, you get in the ring with him for 10,000, could hit you, jump on you though. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I would do it. I think Andre the Giant would be a little. I'd rather him than Goldust or Rikishi. Oh, imagine Yokozuna. Oh, damn. Nah, there was worse fools. There's that I forgot that black fool. He was some big fat black fool. Viscera. I think what he did one time is he grabbed one of the wrestlers' shorts and he gave that fool a wedgie and he smacked that fool in the ass and then he like dry humped him. Like I don't know, homie. That was some weird. I don't know what that fool was thinking. If I was that wrestler, I would have socked that fool. Really knock his teeth out. And they say like that, I don't know. Could have been weird. Let's see. Now you must water yourself to grow. There you go. Bam, hitting them with their metaphors. What's the word big on me? Oh, right here we just chilling, getting our our chat on and our clown on. Any events tomorrow in Santa Ana? Oh, there's always events cracking over here. Lowrider shows and all kinds of shit. Today is positive. Gotta stay positive. Dun, dun, dun. Shout out to Norte Sanjo. Hey, gracias, Jesse Gonzalez. I appreciate it. And shout out to all of Sanjo. You already know the Shark Tank. Whoa. Some hammerheads and great whites and all of that. No, like that's like a female, like like a shark. Oh, our thoughts. There you go. Beautiful way of putting it. Our thoughts create our reality. That's I like phrases like that. Serio, that's a really good one. Because it's true. People, I guess sometimes like hear this stuff and they think like, nah, Man, what do you know? That's dumb. Like, nah, like that's real. Those are real shits. You know what I mean? If you really do live by that, like, you'll be surprised with what you'll get out of it. My boss caught me jumping one of my coworkers, fired her, but not me. Damn. Hey, well, you got lucky, homie. Hey, you know what I mean? That fool disliked them. You know, so they want to get rid of it. They were just looking for whatever excuse. No lie, at my job, two fools got fired because they were wrestling in the back, but play wrestling. But one of them had him on the ground in a chokehold or whatever, and the HRC didn't
I
fire
don't think
him.
he said jumping.
So what did he say? Oh, pump. Pumping one of my coworkers? What does that mean? Were you milking him? If I hire us as a guy, he wants to pump him. 6 to 6. He got mad because he didn't get it for. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking
You
about.
were so slow.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I didn't quite catch on. It's because I'm innocent at mine. I don't ever have no dirty thoughts in my head.
Sure.
Wow, dang, dun dun. I blame you. You make my heart sing.
Oh, shut your ass up.
Yeah, as I say seriously first. Anyway. Right. See. Yeah, he was mad. He's like, nah, you're gonna be with that vato, not me. Yo soy guapo. Like conceited ass fool, huh? You know them fools that think that everybody wants them and shit? Like that fool swears he has all the peg in the world? Like, hey, they're looking at me like, see, wait, everyone's always looking at you. Like, no, and it's always the ugly ass fools. It's always the fools that look like Chewbacca. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they swear that they're super guapo.
Oh my gosh.
They're the most like, era, quieren conmigo, güey. Ah, man, she's just mad because she wanted to be with me. Like, yeah, everybody wants to be with you. Fool has all the game in the world. Hasta todos los jotos quieren con él. Like, nah, because then that gay fool's gonna try to get at me. Like, damn, look at you, homie. This fool thinks that even the hot. What if you're not his type, my boy? Them fools have types too. That fool swears they're gonna want a piece of that fool. Say, wey, cálmate tu pinche Juan Camane. Shout out to my raza from the 707 from the flats. That's right. Washington State up in the house. Woo woo. Lucky Luke right there representing out that Washington. Sureños and Norteños unite. They should rename their new clique Los Surteños. Los Surteños. And the color would be magenta, because that's what you get when you mix blue and red together. Right? It's magenta, right? Ah, who said you can't learn nothing from Blue's Clues? Ah, ¿qué Shit. Where's the King Cobra at? Oh, you already know La Sierra. Newhaw up in the building. That's right. Shout out to the homies out there in Newhaw representing. Shout out to the homie Slick. That was the boy right there. Sporty. That was the homie. Sporty was really good at throwing hands. Fool was a boxer. I don't know if you know him. Santiago. He was cool. Big Daddy. He broke the Undertaker's. Damn, serio? Oh, the Undertaker had some pain. Oh no. The worst one was when Brock Lesnar tried to do that flip in the air, and that fool almost killed himself. That fool broke his neck or some shit like that. That's the way he legitimately ya casi se mataba. And that fool still finished the match, huh? Them fools are crazy, fool. Them fools are over here like dying from still finishing the match. Yo, carnal, my respects. That's right, Marvelous Mind right there. What up? What we talking about just got here. Oh, we're talking about everything, my boy. We're talking about Walmart, the vato that was sucking the cow's nipple for the first time. That was a weirdo. You know, we're talking about all kinds of shit. It be getting weird right here sometimes. Like what?
What the hell is like firecrackers? We're already like in October.
Oh, you know, right here they pop fireworks all year long. Crazy asses. It's like, damn, where are you guys getting from? Like, chisvatos? And no wonder why they make no feria. Instead of selling them, you're popping them. No more pinto beans for you. Well, there's a ray of sunshine under that dark meat. Why don't you come up here? Right with the white folks. You ever seen them felony fights on YouTube? Them fools get 30. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to own the tapes before. Them and the Faces of Death and all that shit. Shit was crazy. Yeah, but Infinity fights. Yeah, there's them fools making all them illegal fights. That shit's funny. They fools got sued and all that kind of shit. That shit went bad for them. Then fools started. Oh no, también bum fights. You remember bum fights when we used to make bums fight for food? So güeyes se pasa de verga. Remember what we used to cloud Ravens to hear for being short. The majority of us are even esto. Hey, that fool was a legit, with all those tattoos, all those tacas. That fool used to talk about like when he used to be going around San Diego. That fool getting banged on. That fool said he was scared out of his ass. Like, era bien solo este güey, a ver si es cierto. Crips, that's right, Crips up in the building. Much love from West Garden Grove 2FS 13 gang. That's right, representing out that Orange County, the 2FS. Whoa, whoa. Garden Grove up in the building.
Yes.
Purple.
Should I do it on both?
It's more magenta, no?
Or only one?
Oh,
White. Should I do it on
King
both white
Cobras
or both white?
go black.
I can't see. Why don't you come over here?
A while back ago.
That's because you're like digging your nails.
Should I do it on both or one? Like
In
the
all
thing, this.
Just
reality,
leave it like that on those
if
two.
we unite,
On
I
those-
wouldn't
no,
have a
should I
problem
only
with
do it
the
on white
main
ones, or should I just do it on
controversy.
this one?
To
Just
the
leave it on
18.
those two.
Two white ones?
No, just on those two, and on the same colors on the other ones, just 2 fingers.
So I only do the bedazzled on the white one, right?
What should do? Or we should just be
Yeah.
Los
Wait, what?
United
I'm asking you if I should just be this
Latinos
bedazzled or both
slash
bedazzled.
Mexican
Oh, I
slash
thought the orange one
Hispanic
was
slash.
bedazzled too.
No.
So what the hell is that?
Why are you so sharp for? Why are you flipping up your mother for?
Yeah, just do it on the white ones. She's gonna do my nails when I take my vacation.
Hey, at least you're not spending like $70 no more, so that's all good. Hey, they say that we waste money on dumb stuff. They go get their nails done. It's a pinche bill de $100. Well, it was only $100. Can you believe that? Like what? 100? We are freaking breathing into a brown paper bag. They say que we waste time.
You do.
Man, don't even get me started on Faces of Death. What's the joy? Oh, I'm telling you, just some gruesome shit, huh? And imagine we're over here watching it like at 9 years old. I'm gonna go to your restaurant one of these days. Lucky dog. Oh, I know it sounds good. Like I said, it's Cajun, Indian, Native American. That day, the homie was saying Indian, but we weren't really sure what he was talking about. But he was saying something about Christopher Columbus thinking that he was gonna land in India and all that.
David Montoya said he's gonna bed already.
All right, good night, David. Have a good one. East Los Boyle Heights Zone Cam Gang up in the building. You already know them crazy ass Mexicans. Magenta is like T-Mobile color. Serio, that's magenta? No, T-Mobile's like. Oh, it is on. What does red and blue make? Does that make purple?
Google it.
We don't even know our colors.
You don't know your colors.
I bet what color does it make it? See, stay in school, ladies and gentlemen. See, that's the real question of the day. What color does purple?
You even forgot
What color
the
does
colors.
blue and red make? And if you know the answer, my boy, you Google that shit, homie. Stop your playing. Caddy Lifestyle Part 1 and 2. I hated those, fool. I hated all the Caddy Lifestyle ones and everything like that because they made the homie seem so fucking stupid on those. You know, when you see that fool, like, why are you doing all of that
Is
for?
it still red? Or did it?
No, it's clear now.
No, look at it now. Without taking it off.
No, it's nothing.
No?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I disconnected it there to play it.
Oh.
No, there you go. Chevato. Yeah, but those I hated those movies. It's like over exaggerated, huh? Chevatos actors. What do you think about China race as a superpower? All that gives are the way they just run their governments and you know their laws and stuff like that. I don't see anything good coming out of that kind of mentality, So as a powerhouse, I do view it as a threat, only on their overall like mentality and how they see things. It's not good. You know what I mean? Whenever you treat your own people like that, that's not a good person. You know what I mean? It's not good to see it that way. Or to see nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So then becoming a superpower, you can see why it's not a good thing, because anybody that has that kind of mentality, or sees it that way, because the way they see it is like, why are these people not running it like how we run it? Like, we're the ones that are running it, right? Whatever. So they see everyone as wrong here, or you know gonna want to push their beliefs on people and stuff like that. But like William Shatner said, as long as men die, then evil will never prevail. If you get the metaphor behind that, um, you know what I'm saying. You give any? You got any favorite songs from Northern Homies up north? Yeah, Casper Loke and Casper Loke featuring Big Rome, and I forgot who else. But I have like four rolas from up north that are just chingon. Like the summer one by Big Rome, whatever, with that old school beat. What's it called? Summer cruising, or cruising summer, or something like that. That rola's chingon, homie. That one. Um, Another one that's by Little Vando and Casper Logue. Um, that one's I think it's the only song that they have together. That one's banging too. Um, but yeah, like mostly they all have Casper Loke or Big Rome in them. I like Casper Loke and Big Rome. Honestly, I think that them fools are chingon in rapping. They have a lot of skills. Like, honestly, I think that they're the best that the North has. You know what I mean? Like, they're really really good, homie. You know what I mean? They're, overall, I mean, in Chicano rap in general, they're up there. You know what I mean? With the elite. You know what I mean? I definitely put those two homies up there. That's without a doubt.
Should I leave it like this or should I add
In order to
something to
use
the other ones?
Just do it like that.
to survive it needs to.
What the hell is this?
That reminds me of a cherry.
Right?
Yeah.
Look like,
They just put it in like that.
yeah.
I know magenta is a zero, cause my plan is. Serio? Damn.
I didn't even know. Well, now we know how T-Mobile runs their
I remember
plans.
that song. I shot. Cold fight.
Bless you.
Bless you. I just don't like how they are saying scrap too much in the song. Well, you know what? I never took offense to the word scrap, because like
Wait, what does that mean?
scrap is like how they disassume, but like
Oh.
scrapping is throwing down, is when you throw that. That's why homies name themselves Scrappy, because somebody that likes to like scrap, like throw putazos. So I don't see how that's an insult. But then again, a buster's not a insult either, because you're constantly busting at people. So I don't know. They're probably lazy when they came up with these disses. Both sides. Both sides were not at their best. I honestly believe, phrases and all that are pointless in general. Like, it's like we could sit around here and spend time dissing the enemies, but wouldn't it be better to actually go and just beat them up? uh, I never like routing myself for no reason, like like insulting, like just or pumping ourselves up for nothing. Like, we're either gonna go and do something or we're not. So there's no in between. Homies used to get mad if the homies were just standing around just dissing the enemigas. For the OGs used to get mad for us to be like fucking punks, eh? Yeah. Calentada, eh? For talking about doing something and not actually doing it. Like, you could be saying it, but it's better to actually go and do it. You know what I mean? Because then you're not gonna impress the homies. You're only gonna get them aggravated. So anyway, we just had it rough. Older homies were on us, but it made us better. Made us better people. Shout out to all the OGs. Whoa, whoa. It's because I know they are dissing recently one's upstate, but It's just like can't just say that. Oh, I know. That's why like most homies don't. It's because look, we have a more stricter structure, fool. You know that over here, if you're just making like if you're just constantly dissing your enemies, you know that our homies are gonna be on us, fool. They're gonna be like, hey, what's up with you, homie? You always dissing the enemies on the fucking on your music. Hey, why don't you go out there? You know, they'll press us, fool. You know, they're not gonna like that. They're not gonna see that as down. We're gonna get our shit. You know. You know, they're gonna be like, hey man, what the fuck? What are you guys doing? You know, we're not allowed to just be like on the internet dissing the. I know High Power made it seem that way. I don't know what they were on, to be honest with you, because I see all those everything that they were doing on those things. I see that as retarded. You know what I mean? And I know that homies. You know, because we do like mingle with other neighborhoods like Logan Heights, Blythe Island. You know, like other neighborhoods, and everyone runs their hoods like casi igual, you know what I mean? And homies don't like that kind of behavior. Homies don't like when you're just on the internet dissing your enemies or on music, whatever. They're gonna get on your ass because of that shit. Um, they're gonna be,
What happened?
that's just how it was, like we already knew not to do that kind of shit because the big homies they're gonna be on it like that, you know what I mean? Man, they're gonna throw all that shit like, but we're just raised like a little like we're raised like you're not like don't talk about it. Just go and do it. We don't want to hear it.
Just be about it.
Just be about it. That's literally how they come to. If you come and try to impress them like that, they're not gonna have it. You know what I mean? They're not having it. I still remember because I made these mistakes when I was younger. I used to try to be pressing the older. No, so his ways. That's why I'm able to give the advice now because I made all those errors and corrected them. You know what I mean? But that's because my big homies, check me and put me up on game, and I got several incidents of calentadas. You know what I mean? That just bettered ourselves. And although people could see, man, you fools have like a lot of rules and reglas, because other people see it that way. Like the fools from like when people from Chicago and Texas like be commenting like, damn fool, like they really be tripping about this and that. Like, oh hell no, fool. Them fools are just like, they don't let do not like. Yeah, it's true, but at the end it makes us just. Sometimes you need structure, you know what I mean, just to build up a better character than being like wild and loosely. Because wild and loosely, you could see why people could take you as being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Even why a homie can't be dirty, you gotta be always like neat and stuff like that, and respectfully always, con permiso and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's all enforced, to behave that way. So that's why when you bump into a homie, they're so respectful and courteous and blah blah, because it's in our structure, it's how we're bred and to be. We're not just allowed to be disrespectful, loose cannons. You know what I mean? Even though society paints it that way, that's how we are. That's not true. We're nothing like that. But at the same time, they can't explain it this way because then it's gonna make it seem like they're like justifying it, or people will be like, oh, it's not bad, no well, it's bad, you know what I mean? But you do get some good trait, like I said, like in my channel, I never try to justify or make excuses or whatever, but I can't be bullshitting either, you know what I mean? It's never good to lie either, like, okay, that's not how they are, but you're just gonna make it up just because they're bad people. That doesn't make it right. It's just I could only be honest. Back in the 90s, the Northerners had this single off that had banging beat, but no, hey, they have talent. I'm telling you, they have talent. There's even some rolas that are banging, but they're dissing this side, pero se avientan. You know what I mean? Se avientan. That's why when like other homies used to be like, hey, put a song like like dissing the northern ones. It's like, well, do you know of any? I don't know of any. Hey, and I'm someone that collects Chicano rap, and I collected obviously only the southern ones, you know what I mean? I had never heard no norteño rap or none of that until as of recently. So but I collect all Chicano rap, from the south and everything like that, and all the albums that I own. Not maybe only one by Big Locote, and that's the only one. And he's the only one. Everyone else never made a rola. And believe it or not, when I heard that song, the Red Killer or whatever, my boy, that's not a rola that me and the homies were like, bump that shit. Hey, no lie, whenever that song used to come on, the homies used to tell me, hey, fool, skip that shit. And you know, we'll skip it because we didn't like hearing that on the thing. You know what I mean? We weren't like, hell yeah, f that side. You know what I mean? Because we were like, okay, this fool thinks he's big and bad, dissing them on the CD. I'm telling you, that's just how we're raised to see it. You know, we're raised to see it like, fools out here dissing them on music. That's how we see it. I'm not making that shit up. I ask any homie that's coming out from down here, they'll tell you that that's how we see it. Ain't no homies bumping, you know, F the North and all that down here, homie. That, that's on everything, homie. And I'm not just saying that because I have Northern fans and everything like that. Like, that's palabra. That's how no homie down here is bumping that kind of stuff, fool. You know, hey, fools don't roll up to the barrio, papi, rolas this in the norteños, fool. They don't. You know, whenever I have chilled, you know, in other spots with other camaradas, fool, hey, never once did a homie pull up bumping a roll like this in the north, my boy. That's on everything I love. I don't know, maybe homies on here might, you know, have maybe experienced it differently. I don't know, 606, I don't know, Weddles on here, whatever. But as far as I know, no homie ever rolled up, you know, bumping that kind of stuff. I just think there's a lot of water now. It says a lot of. Yeah, I'm telling you, like when even the homies down here when they would act like super hard on the rollout, I was just like, say we get time. You know, like we didn't see it as real. That's why a lot of them fools used to get a lot of criticism. You know what I mean? Them fools used to, you know, we just catch a lot of heat because we're raised to be different than that. You know what I mean? Like what they were doing, it was like the opposite of what we're being shown. Mr. Triple I was racetrack says. Mr. Triple wasn't he? Isn't he from Florence? Right? That's the one that used to rap with Yoshi Loco, no? Mr. Triple no, wasn't it? Oh well, bless you.
Bless you.
There's like if you hear like sureños
Then what the hell was that?
saying the word scrap or whatever,
Oy.
they do end up beefing it with like barrios, and that's the term that they use for like that hood, like you know that's the term for them as a diss. You know what I mean? Because you know sometimes you know they get confused like wow they say scrap but how's that this thing? I'm like oh no that's how they just that neighborhood over there, you know what I mean? And the reason we don't make no connection to like the norteños using that on us and everything like that is because I'm telling you we never have it in our heads down here because well you know there was none around, we never, you know what I mean, so we never talk about it, you know, it's like if it doesn't exist. The only time that it does come into our head is when we're busted, that's about it, you know, but when we're out here, you know, we're over here thinking about, you know, a bunch of other stuff that we never make the connections with the whole like North and all that. You know what I mean? It's legitly if it doesn't. If someone doesn't like legitly like bring it up, hey my boy, we would even forget that. Oh yeah, huh? But that's just how it is down here. You know, because we got so much shit going on with everybody else that it's like nobody got time to be thinking or worrying about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, fool, you over here worrying about the norteños and you have the enemigas right here that just smoked 3 of our homies and you're over here tripping about fools. You get what I'm saying? You know? How much I want you to go get payback on the enemies that took the homies? Not on the norteños, you know, they're not gonna care about none of that shit. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, what's up with these fools? They smoked the homie, you over here, you know? That's how they're gonna take it. You know, like look how Kelly is, man. You this your enemies one day on YouTube the next week here. Serio.
Oh my god, that pepper was freaking hot.
No like, but others like beef it with whatever beef right now. Then they ranked it. I'm telling you, hey, even like with Bleitos, it's not a norteño sureño thing, homie. It's just individuals just clashing with other groups because that's just how it is normally. You don't even have to be a gang member for that to happen. Even people that don't bang, they have their group at school, their circle, whatever, and then they just dislike the other circle. It's just the circles, you know what I mean? It's just like it's normal routine. It's not a norteño sureño thing. It's just it's human behavior in general. You don't have to be from a gang to just beef with another group or another. You know what I mean? Shit, there's compañías, fool, and restaurants that beef it with each other, fool. You're talking shit about each other and stuff like that, CEOs and everything. Shit, modest. They even throw putazos and stuff like that. Like it's not a gang thing. It's just humanity. Look at the Democrats and Republicans, homie. That's a perfect example. And it's even worse that one team is red and one team's blue. You know what I mean? Fools with the blue tie, the other groups with the red tie. No mamen. And when
We
they
got into this already, babe.
oh yeah, we did. I'm telling you. Thank you, love bud. What's up? The chile was too hot?
Yeah, I freaking bit it all the way. Look, I bit it all the way right there.
Oh damn. Don't
So
do
be
it.
careful with yours.
Cabrona. Not because you'll be screwed. Literally. Kelly organized organizations are some sure stuff. Texas, like the jungles. That's why you hate because they wish they had structure. Yeah, well, yeah, we're like a little bit more. Um, we're just like we're just raised to be a certain way or whatever compared to other places like they just run loosely and it's never good, like applying no disrespect. Like that doesn't make you hard being disrespectful. It just makes you disrespectful. There's a difference from being down and you're just disrespectful. That don't make you crazy. You already know when somebody is a fake gang member is a person that you will see insulting people, talking madness and loud and calling people, oh, you faggot, I'll take your girl and bone your mom and blah, blah, blah. Those fools that are doing all that woo, you can tell that they're fake gang members because if they were real gang members, then that means that they're around other gang members. And if they're always around other gang members, they wouldn't be talking the way that they're talking because the homies were not going to allow that. You know what I mean? He would have got his head bashed in already. You know what I mean? Because they don't like that behavior. So you're not going to be reckless like that because they'll put you on check. So that's how you know that they were never around no real G's. That's why they behave that way. Because if they were around it, they would have got put on check already, and they wouldn't be speaking so recklessly. That's how you know that they're not real G's. They're not around real G's. They've never been around real. That's why they're talking so reckless. Because if he would have been hanging around with real G's, my boy, he wouldn't be talking the way he's talking, homie. You know what I mean? Because they don't let behaviors like that slide, homie. They're not gonna like you.
Hold on, babe. There's this comment from Michael. He said that he noticed street drugs are not the same since the pandemic, and his homie's ex-wife died of meth. It had fentanyl,
Fentanyl.
and maybe you should tell people to don't do drugs. Oh, but never mind. I just seen the ex-wife because I was gonna ask, did the husband know she was doing the drugs? But I just seen it said ex-wife.
Oh, yeah. Well, you shouldn't. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone should already know not to do drugs.
No, but I thought it was a case where the husband knew his wife was doing drugs.
Oh.
But
okay.
I just read that it was his ex-wife, so which means they didn't. I'm assuming they
don't
didn't
be buying
tell.
drugs from people you don't know. Well, don't buy them in general, but if you are, buy them from at least people you know. Because when you're buying it from someone that you don't know, I mean, they're not gonna care about you for whatever happens to you. See, it's different when you're doing it to homeboys because if they do end up passing, then away or whatever, then their hood's gonna come after you, and they know that. You know what I mean? So se les va a poner cabrón. So is it really worth the $20 that you're gonna score? You're not. It doesn't benefit you. You know what I mean? They know who to do it to and who not to, and it's fucked up. But they just see it as money. But that goes back to what I was saying. That look what money has people do. You know what I mean?
Is your phone dying? Because my phone is about to die.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like on 4%. Is yours good or no?
No. Yeah, it's mine's good. Where's the other charger?
I don't know.
West Hollywood in the casa. That's right. Listening to Young Spanks, Southern California. Oh, Young Spanks. I never heard of him. Where's he coming out of? What area? Big Lotte was on a warpath cause he's Serio? Have you listened to any upstate Southern Chicano raps from Vallejo? Yeah, Smiley. He's at the San Bruno, I think. He has a few songs though. Like he actually was doing his thing. He has a few rolas with like a few gente. Hey, for a good while he was popping for, and then I don't know where he went MIA. But he's from Vallejo. And I think that's his name, Smiley. He made a song with Khalifa Thugs with Mr. Silencer. I don't know if you heard it. It's pretty good though. Actually, it's good. And then he has a song with Baldacci and Rob's the One. Oh, that should banger too.
Oh, my order is on.
So
the
he
way.
has a few Ontario Southside representing up in the house, showing much love and respect. That's right, Ontario up in the building. I was wondering if the rhythm will join the homies when they start hanging up the blood. Jeez. Maybe if you had blood in your section that you had tinted with red, kinda would be. Well, there's a lot of bloods over here. There's definitely a lot of bloods, but we never seen color as an issue. We never seen like, like we didn't give a damn what the color the homie was wearing as long as that fool was putting in work. It's like we didn't give a fuck if they were bald, hairy, wearing red, blue, green. And the vato was taking care of business, my boy. The vato was taking care of business. Ain't nobody was gonna be able to tell him anything. You know what I mean? Because yeah, hey, what good is having a homie bald wearing Ben David Cortez or whatever if he's a bitch? Tattooed from the face, head, and everything. Enemies come, hit him up, and that fool says no and he ranks it, or he takes out the gun and freezes and does it. What good was all that tattoos and just it meant nothing, homie. Nothing at all. Compared to a homie, yeah, homie might look homeless and shit like that, but homie was straight gunner and always had your back, never folded, whatever. Yeah, that's how we see him. Give a fuck what the fuck the fool look like. As long as he had his huevos and his corazon, that's all that mattered. It's the only thing that really matters if you really think about it. Because what good is pinche having a vato look the part if he's not really about it? You know what I mean? No te sirve para nada. Like, oh, you know what? I'd rather have a homie look down but be a bitch, homie, because it makes me look like we with it. Like, wouldn't you want to be with it instead of looking with it? Nah. We want to look with it. Oh, okay. Because at least looking with it, when people see us, they think we're down. Like, well, wouldn't it be better if they know? No. So I'm telling you, it's all for show. It's for the imagery. All that is just because you want people to see, one way or another. It's like, it's not, it's like putting up a front. You know what I mean? Smoke and mirrors. We don't care for smoke and mirrors around here. We care for real things.
Yours is real.
Ay, desgraciada. All right, guys. We out skis right here. Gracias, for just being right here and clowning around and hearing me, rant. Hear me, just right here talking masa.
Are you almost done?
Que tranza. Freestyle right here one time. All right, hey, good looking out. Hey, do we have pizza still?